Stefan Stearns.
It's only Madeline, I believe, is the victim.
We're finding out definitive information about the tragedy regarding Madeline Soto from Orange-Osceola State Attorney Prosecutor Andrew Bain. Bain has given a new interview to Univision Orlando on Wednesday, April 10th, 2024, wherein he revealed that Madeline Soto is the girl abused in Stearns' videos. He also has told the public that he believes Maddie is the only victim of Stearns. I took the liberty of using dubbing software to translate the interview from Spanish to English. To try and figure out what's being said, I think we will get a good idea of what Bain expressed to the reporters, even though a variety of voices are speaking at once, likely making it a little bit more difficult for the software to discern who is speaking and what they are saying. Questions had arisen when 60 charges showed up on the docket attached to Stefan Michael Stearns, the boyfriend of Maddie's mother, Jennifer Soto. People wondered if Stearns had other victims. Right now, from what I can make out via this translation dub from Spanish to English, State Attorney Andrew Bain told Univision, "It's only Madeline, I believe, is the victim." He also said, "We are currently working on solving her murder. It's been more than 40 days since Maddie was found, and while folks online are searching each day to see if a murder charge will be added to Stearns or someone else, Bain says that this amount of time isn't actually anything outside of the norm. Really, this is not an unusual amount of time," Bain said. "It can take months before we press charges," I believe he said, in comparing Stearns' case to other similar cases. Interestingly, the reporter asked Bain, "Are there other persons of interest besides Stearns?" It sounds like he answered that they are working on it. "Many people think the mother knows something," the reporter stated. Bain said it's an open investigation, so we can't comment on that. So it sounds like police are still thoroughly investigating the case, and no one has been ruled out as a person of interest in public yet. In the comments section of that video, people are questioning how the mother could not know something so horrible was going on under her own roof, especially since it obviously happened so frequently and for so many years. According to court records, Stearns' first offense against Maddie was June 19, 2019, when she was only 8 years old. Folks are asking, how could her mom not figure out that so much bad behavior was perpetrated by Stearns towards the young girl from the age of 8 up until she was 13? Also, with Stearns having 40 charges that each represent 10 or more videos or images of horrid behavior towards a child, that means that more than 400 videos or photos contain images of only Maddie as a victim. I think people are focused on how long this is taking, but we want to find the culprit or culprits, Bain said. He mentioned that he wanted to ensure the case was done correctly, without mistakes. Univision has been trying to get in touch with Jen Soto, but has received no response. The description of that video reads, "More than a month after Madeline Soto's death, Prosecutor Andrew Bain confirmed that the 13-year-old girl is the only victim in the case of child abuse against Stefan Stearns, who remains detained on charges of possession of child pornography." Despite this revelation, there is still no one who faces a formal accusation with charges of murder for the death of the minor.
Over a month since Madeline Soto passed away.
We are currently working on solving her murder.
The prosecutor for Orange and Osceola counties, Andrew Bain, she confirmed that the 13-year-old girl is the only victim in the child abuse case against Stefan Stearns. 40 days have passed since the authorities found Madeline Soto's body in a wooded area of St. Cloud, but so far it is not known. No one is facing charges for the death of the 13-year-old girl.
This is not
I can't keep going
this is
like
not
this
an unusual
right now.
amount of time to
Umas,
have been taken
I'll
to
say
investigate
goodbye.
this case.
Thank you.
It was one of the cases that took months before they could press charges. What I can tell you is that we are working diligently to make sure we get all the information before making any decisions about this case. Right now, there are other
persons of interest besides Stephen Starnes?
We are working with our law enforcement agencies to ensure that anyone involved is prosecuted for Madeline's death.
Many people think the mother knows something about this case. What can you say about it?
It's an open investigation, so we can't comment on that.
Meanwhile, the prosecutor couldn't give us an estimate of how long it will take to solve this case.
We want to make sure to do it right. That's the most important thing. I think people just want to focus on how long this is taking, but we want to find the culprit or culprits. Getting all the evidence we need in this case, we cannot rush things.
For weeks we've tried contacting Madeline's family to get their opinion on the arrest of Stephen Starnes, Maddie's mother's boyfriend, but so far there's been no response. Right now we haven't received any response. For Univision News, Daniela Buitrago.
Bain was also interviewed by Fox 35 Orlando on April 3, 2024, and try as she might, the reporter could not get him to reveal Maddie's cause of death. That video is titled Maddie Soto, State Attorney on Ongoing Florida Girls Homicide Case, and is also linked to below. So we will have no details about the medical examiner's report, and Bain doesn't want information leaked. He doesn't want to make it difficult to find a jury who hasn't heard of the case. Bain said all the things have to stay within the investigation, because the integrity of our cases depend on that information not being readily available. The last thing we need is when we see cases where you have to go out and find jurors from different jurisdictions. You have to bring in jurors to try a case because a case has become so well known to the people in the community that we can't present a fair trial. We want to be able to present a fair trial. We want that case to be tried by the people of our circuit and the people of our circuit to determine what's the best result for that case. The reporter asked if because of the high-profile nature of this case, will it have to be moved? Bain said, yeah, so that's exactly the reason why they're keeping information close to the vest. Obviously, we want to make sure the public knows that we're working hard on the case, but when information and facts are leaked and things then take a turn, where those type of things have to happen, where we had to maybe change a venue, where we have to import a jury and sequester a jury for a whole month or like 2 months, depending on how long the case is going to take to present. It's a great cost to the citizens because taxpayers are paying for that. Bain said he thinks it really takes the case out of the hands of the peers that should be trying the case when publicity has an impact upon a case. The law wants you to look at peers. He said your peers should be trying a case, not somebody from a different community. Somebody from your own community should be the person people trying your case. Meanwhile, I've still been checking the court website nearly every day to see if Stearns will have any additional charges added, or if Jennifer Soto's name will appear in the court system with any charges related to this case. Thus far, I've seen no homicide charges added for either Jennifer or Stearns as of this recording on Thursday, April 11th, 2024. However, I'm praying that if Stearns did share any of these horrendous images and videos of Maddie to other degenerates, perhaps it will bust up an entire ring of people. Maybe that's what is also taking time for this crime to resolve. If anything, all of Maddie's suffering may bring down a large pedo ring and prevent future victims from experiencing her same fate. We will continue to wait and pray and hope that Maddie's case is one that gives her the justice she deserves. It is very sad that she wasn't protected on earth, but we can pray Maddie is now living the best life of a child in heaven that anyone can imagine. Ezekiel 37:14. I will put my spirit in you, and you will come to life, and I will place you in your own land. Then you will know that I, the Lord, have spoken and fulfilled it, says the Lord.